What up, ninjas? Master Shredder here, aka the Fat Burning Sensei, aka the Fat Destroyer. As always, I am going to make the most use of my time, and I am going to do a video. And today, well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how love comes back to you tenfold. Okay, so essentially, whatever you give comes back to you tenfold. And I'm talking emotionally, spiritually, it can be anythingly, really, financially. So I'm going to tell you a little story. We go to a Bell Cafe every morning, which is in Christchurch, New Zealand. We go there every morning. They are amazing people. They serve us daily. Every single day they have sacrificed their life to serving others. So think of anytime you see somebody being hospitable, you need to honor that. You need to respect that. And I'm talking about barmaids, bar staff, anybody who serves humankind. You must respect it. If you don't respect it, it's as bad as I just did an interview with Marama Davis, who is from the Green Party, Aotearoa. It's just as bad as you disrespecting somebody like that and of high authority. It's the same thing, because they are serving you. They're serving people. And if you don't honor people who serve people, that is one way that you can cut love off in your life, because if you can't recognize that, if you can't honor that which serves you, the only thing you're going to see in your life is catastrophe, and you're not going to see love come back to you tenfold. So that is the inversion of love coming back to you tenfold. That would be the opposite, would be the inversion, which is not honoring that which serves humankind. Okay, so a person at a cafe is symbolic of exactly that. They literally wake up at 5 in the morning, they make the scones that I eat, they prepare your coffee, regardless if you pay for it or not. That's completely beside the point. Okay, the main point is there is a human, and they are sacrificing their time to serving other humans. Okay, so that's how you look. You have to look at it if you want to see how love works. You want to understand the concept of sacrificial love, and you want the returns, you want the gains that giving gives to you. So every time I do a video, I think, I'm going to make it like 2 minutes. I'm going to make it 2 minutes, but I just can't, because there's too much to talk about, especially when we are talking about love. And I guess I am just expressing my experience with love, how it works, the dichotomy of the duality between, the two opposites, dark and light, good and evil, all the rest of it, man, woman. There's so many direct opposites. Anyway, what are we getting at? We're getting at how love comes back to you tenfold. So I can name a few levels of my reality. So for example, I sacrificed my life to my wife. I spent over 10 years in this relationship sacrificing. I was doing everything that I was doing for her. Okay, granted, I wasn't perfect, nobody is. We had our issues, etc., but still my heart was in the right place. I really did everything to try to mitigate her life issues, to try to lift the burden from her by, working, making money, doing anything necessary to try and help her life, and she may have a different story. That's okay. I know my heart was in the right place. She left me. 6 years later, let's cut to the chase, I meet the woman of my dreams, and she is, I've never seen self-sacrificial love as strong and as truthful, as transparent, as honest, as vulnerable as my soon-to-be wife, Judy Graham, soon-to-be Judy Rongonui. She is the most amazing woman I've ever met. She is so fascinating, because I've never known somebody who will deplete their own resources to the point where even their life is on the brink. They are literally sacrificing their life for other people's acceptance, love, nurture. She basically is just giving of herself to me, and all the different ways that you could imagine, be it emotional, be it spiritual, be it physical, be it financial. And she forces this fight to come out of me, to basically battle her to love her more than she's loving me. That's true reciprocal love, when you are giving. There's two people. This is a duality that you want in your life, by the way, when it comes to relationships, peeps. You need two willing participants who both are sold out to each other, would give anything. Bonnie and Clyde, would go to the death, would go to the grave, would do anything and give anything and do anything for the other person. That's the type of sacrificial love that you need to give, that you need to learn how to embody if you want true love to come back to you. So what I'm saying is, I'm recognizing my sacrifice and my energies that I put into the woman, right, has now come back to me tenfold. This woman I'm with now is just, I've never met anybody so loving, so nurturing, so caring. Every time she looks me in the eye, every time she catches my eye, she smiles, and she ensures that she makes sure that I know she loves me. There's never a moment that goes by where she gives me a look that is indifferent. Indifference is the killer of true love, by the way. Okay, indifference is the killer of true love. I'd rather have a person say to my face, I don't love you, because then I can make the necessary movements to take my life forward, than them to say, I love you, but then behave differently. When your words and your actions don't line up, you're not walking in truth. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. If your words and your actions do not line up in reality with your words, then you're either speaking about something that has not yet come to pass, in which case it is the future. Okay, so that's fine talking about the future, but if you speak as if you are this thing when you're not, actually, you know what? I'm touching on another subject, and I'm going to leave it alone, because this subject is the subject of manifestation. Manifestation works like that. You basically have to start out by speaking those things that aren't as if they were. So for example, I want to be the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Okay, everybody starts out with a dream, and it's not actually true in their reality. It is a future dream, and you have to speak out, okay, I want to be the Prime Minister, but then you have to go and perform the actions necessary to become the Prime Minister. That's when you're walking in truth. All right, you're walking in falsities, or you're walking falsely when you say, I want to be the Prime Minister of New Zealand, but then you go and you do everything other than the behaviors or the actions that are necessary to become the Prime Minister of New Zealand. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So if you want love, you have to be love. So anyway, I haven't even got to the story. We go every day to this cafe, and we love the people there. They're seriously the most beautiful people. They serve you. They've all got amazing personalities. They talk with you. They care for other people. Okay. So there's this one woman. She's a worker there, and she. I did a sneaky. She was selling candles, and I actually was looking at getting a candle for my missus. And so she was selling them. I was like, shoot, I'll buy them. They smell amazing, look amazing. And anyway, she shadily gave us two. She basically gave me two. I said, we want one candle, please. And then she made them and brought them to me. She brought me two candles. And obviously she was trying to make a kind gesture, because we see her every day, and we're friends. We're friends, you know what I mean? Anyway, I asked for a bank account, and in the bank account, I basically paid for two, because she gave me two. Okay, and then, well, actually she gave me one, and like a smaller one, just as a sort of like thank you for buying my candles, or thank you for being a friend. You know how people they want to make sure you feel that friendship, that hospitality, and that so anyway, I basically gave her double. Okay, I was only supposed to pay her a certain amount. I gave her double. The next day, she So this is what I'm talking about, that love will come back to you tenfold, okay? The next day, I walk into the cafe, and our scones, because we have a scone, I love the cheese and bacon scone. They're the best cheese and bacon scones grilled. Oh my God, with a cup of butter. I love it. That's our breakfast every day. So they had it all prepared, and she had bought us those scones. You know, the scone that we cherish every single day. We even make songs about it. Me and my wahine Judy, we've literally got our own songs about the scones because they're so good. And that's the most one of our most cherished moments is to sit down and have a scone together in the morning, you know, and talk and aroha ki te tangata, you know. So basically, how did the love come back to us tenfold? I saw an opportunity, which is, if you live this way, you don't have to try very hard to see opportunities to value and honor other people. It's very easy. You basically make a sacrifice, whatever that sacrifice is. You have to sacrifice of yourself. It has to be from you. You can't do a proxy sacrifice. That doesn't work. Like we've seen in, for example, the whole Ukraine thing, you know, it's basically a proxy war, all of that. But I'm not going to get into politics. Don't like politics. You must take of yourself and give it to someone else, basically. Okay, and the basic way of doing that is giving someone money. That's why I've talked in one of my videos about giving to the poor. This is an easy way. If you want spiritual love, you want true love that will come back to you, that will actually fulfill you, make you feel appreciative, and give you a perspective that encompasses everybody in the world, rather than just encompassing your own little tiny nook of humanity, you know, whatever that is, you know, our little tiny communities and groups that and then we try to cut everyone else out, and they're the exception, so we need to cut them off, you know, like, no, mate. Like, everybody is a human, and everybody deserves to be respected, and everybody deserves to be honored, okay? You shouldn't be a respecter of persons, no matter the highest king or the lowest peasant, from the highest to the lowest, and everything in between. We all need to be honored, well, respected and honored as human. Okay, anyway, so it was just amazing, the joy on her face, the thankfulness, you know, we're out sacrificing each other now. You know what I'm saying? And it's an amazing feeling. If you haven't had this feeling before, it's like a drug, okay? It is just like a drug. It's love is a drug. All right, and I'm talking it in the positive sense. I'm talking about it in a positive sense, because when you get trapped in that duality, trying to outdo each other, trying to take from each other, it obviously causes conflict, and it causes war, it causes killing, it causes genocide. That little concept kills people, for damn fuck's sakes. You know what I'm saying? So if you can do the opposite, which is, yes, keep the duality, have a battle with the other person, but you're battling them for position of the highest place, which is actually giving up of yourself and giving it to the other person, and giving it in a cheerful manner, giving it not in a resentful way that you have to, I have to give my tax to the government, I have to do this, I have to do that. Now, I'm still dealing personally with that one about the government. That's a hard one, right? So see, you have to be willing to give up of yourself to other people, and then the duality becomes positive, and it becomes something that you can build your life on. Okay, you literally can build your life on this. Me and my partner Judy, we are building a life on this foundation, which is the foundation of sacrificial giving. Essentially, it actually is. So, and even though it may seem so stupid, you know, I know there'll be people watching this video right now thinking like, how dumb. Oh, he bought one of her candles and then she was happy, and she bought him some scones. She bought him some scones. Who gives a fuck? If that's your attitude, then all that, your thoughts, your words, you are essentially showing us your position, and your position is that you are indifferent about love, or you have a bone to pick with love. You know, you've been basically hurt, traumatized, hurt, abused, whatever. You have to deal with that. And I'm telling you, the answer is self-sacrifice. Now, I'm not talking about self-sacrifice where you exhaust your resources to the point where you are totally no good for nobody. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the opposite. I'm talking about giving of your strength, giving of your power, giving of your modi, giving of your money. This is what I'm talking about, peeps. Giving of the best of you, giving the best of you to others. That's the key. If you give the worst of you to others, guess what you get in return? You will find in the path of your life, you will over and over and over again get the worst, get the worst, get the worst, get the worst, and you wonder, why is this happening to me? You cry out to God on your knees, why is this happening to me? Why am I trapped in this cycle? The reason you are trapped in this cycle is because you do not act, you do not embody love, you do not give love. And when you do not give love and you do not make it your highest priority to love other people, you don't get treats for doing no mahi. You do the mahi, you get the traits. Peace. By the way, if you don't have people around you who are reciprocal, you know, they're like blood-sucking demons, you know, sucking out your finances or your resources or all of your time, and you know, we all know people like that where they just suck off you. You know, they need to grow up essentially and get off mama's tit and start to eat, you know, instead of eating baby food, they just need to start eating real food. And I'm talking about real food as in spiritual food, as in loving other people and giving of themselves, giving their best fruits to others. If you are not doing this, I promise you, everywhere you look in your life, you will be distraught. You will be brought to your knees because, as they say, pride cometh before a fall. So if you continue falling, and if you are in a cycle of falling, it means you are full of pride and you need to give it up. And what I mean by give it up, you need to take pride is a strength, actually. Pride is a strength. Did you know that? So you're using your strength to protect yourself rather than giving it away to someone else. So the idea is to use that pride and give it to someone else. Use that pride, use that strength, that energy that you've got, the first fruits, the first of your energy. When you wake up first thing in the morning, what are you appreciative for? First thing I do is I look to my missus and I'm like, I love you so much. I fucking love you. I'm crazy about you. I can't live without you. I love her more than life itself. And I can prove that. I can prove that I love her more than life itself in so many different ways. Anyway, if you don't have a community of people who are around you, who are reciprocating that love, we have a community for you. You get a 30 days totally free. Basically do a workout every single day. You get to post up a picture of proof and everybody jumps on and encourages you. The encouragements are just endless, okay? And you can do it in your own time. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your TV. You can do it anywhere, okay? Online, do it anywhere, at the gym, at home, in the kitchen. Geez, the latest workouts I've been doing are in the kitchen. And it's 30 days totally free. You get a free meal plan as well. And then if you want to stay on, it's $2.50 a week, the cost. We charge $2.50 a week. But honestly, if you actually identify yourself, show yourself, you show up for other people, you actually be the inspiration, you actually be the love that I'm talking about, your life gets blessed 10 times. You get 10 times back. You get 10 times back, guys. I mean, honestly, I'd rather be the financially poorest guy in the world, but get that true aroha coming back at me, than have all the money in the world and be isolated on my own and not have that actual true aroha coming back at me. Trust me, you think the same. Some of you just don't know it yet. Anyway, peace.